Hey everyone, today I'm coming at you with my part 3 of the 2022 planner flip through. Just a reminder, these big stickers are from Caress Press and the planner is from OKPlans. So let's get started with July. So this was a monthly kit from Caress Press. I wasn't feeling very patriotic this year, but I did want to have like a little bit of the red, white, and blue, so I did the patriotic monthly. This week I used a kit as a mystery kit from Caress Press, and it came with this sparkly gold hollow seashell foil. I really like this kit and this foil. I do wish that this was a different color. I feel like it's just, the gold is too bright for this kit. But I do really like the colors in this kit. I love the blues, the purples, the pinks. On the 4th of July, I watched the fireworks from my front porch. And if you may or may not recall from my last video, I had a foster dog. And this night, the foster dog attacked my dog, Honey. It was really scary. I was the only one home. And she was basically mauled in our bedroom. I think it's because he was feeling territorial of the bedroom because that's where he had been sleeping. And maybe he was on edge from all the fireworks going off. So that was really scary. And I had to call my husband, who was at work, and he came and picked us up and took us to the animal hospital because it was really bad. And this was at like almost midnight. So we were at the hospital till like 3 a.m. And thankfully she was okay. She had some surgery done. We were able to pick her up the next day. And then that was the reason that we weren't able to adopt our foster dog. He was great, except for this thing, and we just, it's not safe for Honey, so that's that. I started reading Where the Crawdads Sing, which is a book that I had been putting off for a long time because of the controversy behind it, and then also just the way that it was described. It didn't sound like something I would enjoy, but I did. I really loved it. So I do recommend that. I also got stung by a wasp for the first time ever. It was like, I felt something in my shirt, so I kind of like poked at it, and then I saw a wasp fall and it had stung me. So I'm glad to have gotten that over with. Now I'm not so scared of them. We had a follow-up with Honey at the vet. We watched Thor, Love and Thunder, which I actually really enjoyed. I heard some people didn't like it, but I thought it was a good time. I was watching the Summer I Turned Pretty TV show, which I thought was just okay. Moving on. This was also a mystery kit from Caress Press, and it came with like this matte light gold foil that I thought was really pretty. It came with a washi strip that looked like sand, but I didn't like how it paired together, so I used this green one from Simply Gilded. I also have the blue foil, but I thought like this foil bundle came in blue, but I thought it was too bright, so I went with the gold. I love this girl here. I wish I could be underwater. I love the water, but I'm like terrified of being under the water. I just wish I could, if I could, I'd be a mermaid. Anyways. So this week I read The Butterfly House. That was a thriller that my husband bought for me. I thought it was just okay. Honey went back to the vet again, but this time for her teeth, just for dental cleaning. We watched Jurassic World Dominion, which I thought was just okay. I went to see Where the Crawdads Sing, the movie. Oh, so that's why I read the book the week prior, so that I could watch the movie. And that's it for this week. This was the week that I went to Mexico. So I used this kit from Caress Press, and I paired it with this washi from Simply Gilded, and I think this This pink really goes well. I really like it. And then I did orange and the blue tile. Or is it? No, it's not orange. It's gold and blue tile underlays from Planet Hannah. So let's see. Emotionally unwell. I'm not sure why I was emotionally unwell that day, but okay. Oh, because I had to give Gus back the next day, because we were going on vacation, and so we couldn't foster him anymore. We did continue to foster him after he attacked Honey, but we just kept them separated. So we returned him, and then we went shopping to pack so that we could finish packing for our trip. And then we flew out of Tulsa, and we went to Michoacan, which is a state in southern Mexico, and that's where my family's from. And so we just went to like go visit family like on the ranch. It's very mountainous there, so it wasn't like a beach vacation or anything like that. And the first thing we did after we landed was go get tacos, which is my favorite thing to do. The next day I took my husband to explore the ranch and the lake. We had some lemon ice cream, which is like my favorite thing to get when I'm there. We watched the Love and Gelato movie, which was really good. Then I started reading If He Had Been With Me, which was one of my favorite reads of 2022. It shattered my heart. It was so good, so sad. And I think the sequel's coming out this year, or like, not a sequel, but from a different point of view, I think. Anyways, so I'm really excited to read that when it comes out. On Sunday, we went to the island of Janitzio, which is it's an island that has like stairs that like go all the way around, and it has shops and restaurants, and you climb your way to the top, and there's a big monument at the top and beautiful views and food and everything. So we did that. It's one of my favorite things to do, but I haven't been there since I got my arthritis diagnosis, so I didn't think that it would be hard for me to do, but it was really hard for me to go up those stairs. I struggled hard. On the way there we didn't see the motorcycle crash, we saw the aftermath, and I don't know how they do things in Mexico, but they just had the dead body on the side of the road. So that was pretty sad to witness. And then that night we watched the movie Hello, Goodbye, and Everything in Between, I think it was. It's on Netflix. I thought it was really sweet. This next week I used this Wild Thornberries kit from Scribble Prints Co., and I paired it with the cheetah foil bundle from Caress Press. Sorry, I'm like running out of breath talking. It's getting harder to breathe these days. Anyways, and I used, I think they're the Carol underlays from Planet Hannah, and I used it in gold, and then this brown Simply Gilded washi. I used this kit because this is kind of like what it looks like where we were visiting, so I thought it was very appropriate. So on Monday we went to Quiroga, which is, I would say they have the best carnitas in the world. Like, they're famous for their carnitas. So we went there and we had some, and they were delicious. Then we went to a coffee shop so we could use the Wi-Fi. And I started reading Storm of Swords. I think that's book 3 of the Game of Thrones series. I was stuck on this book for like 3 months. But it was really good. It's just really dense. And then that night, my dad said he wanted to take us to Santiago's birthday. And I was like, okay, fine. Santiago is a cousin of mine. Turns out he didn't mean my cousin. He was talking about Saint Santiago, which is, I don't know. There's a church for the saint in a town that was nearby, and they were having like a big fair for his birthday. So we went, and it was really fun. They had like all these fireworks, and They had bands and carnival rides and carnival stand, like food stands. And it's really hard to explain this thing. They're called castles in Mexico. And they're just like, how do you, like, they're like fireworks, but on a pole. And they have shapes, and they like spell out names of like the people who sponsored them. And then, so like the first tier will have like an animal shape, and it'll be going off with fireworks and everything, kind of like sparklers. And then the second tier will go off, and there's just a bunch of these everywhere. They were like 6 stories tall. It was insane. Anyways, I wish I could describe that better for you guys. The day after that was our last day there, so we just spent time walking around town, getting food, packing. Then on Wednesday, we flew to Houston, and we had an 11-hour layover, which was horrible. Very boring, but we could have changed our flight because after we booked our tickets, there was another flight that became available. So we would have only had like a 3-hour layover. But we didn't know that until the day of. And then we didn't know if our bags were gonna make it, to Tulsa before us or after us. And so we just stuck with our plan because we live like 2 hours outside of Tulsa. So we didn't want to like have to wait on our bags anyway. Anyways, I started reading The No-Show, which was really good. It was really slow at first, but by the end I really enjoyed it. We got home that night. Then I started feeling sick on Friday. Oh, I was feeling sick because I ran out of my antidepressant medication, and I was struggling to get it filled. Over here it says like try to refill meds. For some reason I was struggling to like get a refill. And so I was going through the withdrawal symptoms, which are terrible. It was like headaches, nausea. And then I finally got my refill that night. So that was good. But then I was still feeling like a little sick. So I took a pregnancy test on Sunday, and it was positive. And I was so excited. I told my sister, and I guess she didn't believe me because later when I told my parents, or later I said something to her, and she was like, wait, I thought you were joking. No, so I found out I was pregnant this day. And that is it for July. Okay, so in August, I used this monthly kit from Caress Press. I am obsessed with this art. I think it's so beautiful. So the first week of August, I used this kit from Caress Press, and they used copper foil, I think, from Planner Choco, and then the scratch underlays from Planahana. And I color blocked this week. I hadn't color blocked in a while, but I think people were starting to get back into it, and so I wanted to do it as well. And I think when I first laid down the spread, I wasn't sure that I liked it that much color blocked, and so now that I'm looking at it again, I actually really like it. So I'm glad I did that. So on Monday, I told my husband about the baby, and I don't know that he believed me at first. He demanded to see the test. And then I still wasn't feeling good, so I took a COVID test just to be safe. And then I was positive, so I took... So then I marked here that I had 2 positive tests, a pregnancy test and a COVID one, because he had me take another test, just like one of the digital ones, just so we could make sure. Anyway, so then I had COVID, and it wasn't fun. So on Tuesday, I marked that I had a headache, and it was really boring, I'll be honest. Working from home in my bedroom, and just being isolated in my bedroom, I got very lonely. But well, I made it work. I played a lot of Animal Crossing, watched YouTube. Here I marked that I was 4 weeks because I was tracking, my cycles and everything. So I knew that's how far along I was. Took another COVID test, still positive. On Saturday, I watched a movie on Hulu called A Nasty Piece of Work. I don't really remember it, but I think it was about two coworkers fighting for a promotion and playing games. I don't know. That's about it. Not too much going on this week, just, being quarantined. This week I used this Caress Press kit with the art that I said I love and I'm obsessed with. And I paired it with light gold foil from Planner Choco and this like vine underlay from Planet Hannah. I think this came out so pretty, and I kind of want to use this art again because it's just so pretty. So let's see, this week I had a lot of work. I got my hair cut, and then we went shopping at Home Goods and At Home, not sure for what. And then we went to see my mother-in-law and told her about the baby. We were gonna wait to tell people probably until I was several months in. We wanted to wait and just we wanted to wait as close to my due date as possible to tell people, but then when it actually happened, we could not keep it in and we just had to tell everybody. So we started with telling Chris's mom. We had crumble at work. I think they had a crumble for the entire office, and that was so fun. Then on Thursday, I saw a photo of this dog online, and I was like, that's a cute dog. I should get him. No, I don't need it. And then I went back and I kept looking at it, and I thought he was so handsome, and my husband said he wanted a little dog, so I applied for him, adopted him on Friday, and we named him Henry. And he was kind of hard to get adjusted to at the beginning because he was a stray who had been living on the streets for weeks. But we love Henry. He's so much better now. Just cuddling the pets, lazy day, lazy night. So yeah, not too much happening. This spread is also one that I really love. I think all of the weeks in August, I really focused on getting the right foil to match and everything. So I think the month of August is probably my favorite month of spreads in this planner. Here, this kit is from Caress Press, and I used rose gold foil from Planner Choco, and then I'm not sure what underlays these are, but they're from Planet Hannah. I think they're the sprinkles. Yeah, I just love these colors. The peach and the blue, so pretty. Here I marked it was my mother-in-law's birthday. I had my first prenatal visit. I took a nap with my cat. I watched a cat documentary, Inside the Mind of a Cat, on Netflix. It was good. Chris baked me a cake. I'm not sure why. I think I was just craving a cake, and he made that for me, which was so nice. And that's about it. Oh, here it says I feel like shit. I wonder if I was starting to have morning sickness. Yes, okay, Zofran, yeah. So that's when, or I guess my pregnancy nausea started, not morning sickness, because it was all day, every day. And that's when I stopped doing videos, because I had COVID. I was gone on vacation, and then I had COVID, and then, life got in the way, and then pregnancies, nausea, it was just a lot. Anyways, so this kit is from Scribble Prints Co. And I paired it with light gold and pink foil. So some of this is from Planner Choco, and then the underlays are the tropical palm trees from Planet Hannah. I think this is really pretty. Although I do think I should have gone with a different style of underlay just so that it's a little bit more clean looking. But this artwork is so pretty. I don't know if it's Bloomsicle artwork, but that's what it reminds me of, and I love it. So let's see. I called my doctor on this day, I think because I was just so nauseous and I couldn't keep anything down that I needed something, so they gave me some Zofran. Our tax return came in at the end of August. It took months to get in, so I'm glad we finally got it there. And then my husband wanted to make me feel better, so he took me out to this fancy restaurant, even though I said, I don't think that's a good idea because I can't eat anything right now. We went anyway, and it was a good time. I had a salad, and I ordered some mac and cheese, and I had like one bite, but, you know, that's okay. I don't know what I was doing. I was sleeping a lot. Lazy night, nap time, nap time. I took 2 naps this day. Sleep in, nap time, sleep in. Ooh, Taylor Swift announced Midnights, which is a great album. And ooh, the Lavender Haze music video comes out tonight, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna stay up to watch that. And that is all for August. Okay, now moving on to September. Here is this kit from Crust Press. I'm not a big fan of this art, or the style of this art, so I only got the cover and the monthly because I do like the theme of the art. I just don't like the illustration style, so I didn't get the full kit. So for this week, I used this kit from Glam Planner. It's Cat Cafe themed, and I paired it with silver foil from Planner Choco, and then pink and blue underlays from Planner Hannah in the scratch. And I used this kit this week because it was my 1-year anniversary of having adopted my cat Winston, who I think is my spirit animal. He's my soul cat. Like, I feel like we're one, and I'm so obsessed with him. So I wanted to use this kit for our anniversary. This day was my brother's birthday. House of the Dragon. I don't know if this is when it first came out, but we started watching that. Then I told my parents about the baby. I used these like scratch off tickets that I found on Etsy. And when you scratch off, it shows that you like won something, and the prize says we're having a baby. So I used those, and it was really fun. On Wednesday, we watched the movie Look Both Ways on Netflix, and I thought it was really cute. Then on Thursday, we went to the food lab at work. And so I work for Walmart, and they have this food lab at the home office where they like test out competitors versus like the Great Value brand. And so you go in and they give you like 2 samples for like example chips. And then you rate each chip and decide like what you like about it, what you don't. And then they take it away, and then like we had hamburgers, and then we tasted 2 different types of burgers, and then we had chocolate cake. And they have like little to-go containers, so you don't have to eat it all right there. It was really fun, so that was a good time. I ordered my cloud tote from Aura Estelle. I'd been wanting one for a long time, and I finally decided to get one. And then on Sunday, Chris cleaned, so that was nice. I marked my 1 year with Winston. And yeah, that's it for this week. This next week, I used this kit from Glam Planner, and I paired it with just gold foil. I really like this kit, but I don't know, there's something about the spread that doesn't sit right with me, and I don't know what it is, because I love the colors, I love the art. Maybe it's the deco on top, or the washi, I don't know, something about it doesn't sit right, but I do think that the art is beautiful. So we watched House of the Dragon this day, which I was really into. I think I liked it more than my husband liked it. I was really into Damon. And let's see, I was still reading Storm of Swords here in September, and I started that back in July. On Wednesday, I decided to go test drive a car just on a whim, because I had been looking for a new car anyway, and then with having a baby on the way, I thought, well, it's about time I start looking for a car. And I really wanted a white Mini Cooper Countryman, but I couldn't find any in our area or any that were in my price range. So I decided to just kind of look around and see what I liked, and there was a dealership down the street from where I work, so I just went there, test drove a car, and then bought it on Friday, which was great, except that I'm getting winded again. So I bought the car on Friday, and then I drove it home, and then I packed to go to Kansas City for a 21 Pilots concert that I was really excited about, and my tire blew up. And I think it's because I hit a nail while going through a construction zone, and I didn't realize that I had a flat tire, so I kept driving on it, and my tire blew on the interstate. And since I had just bought it, I didn't know what to do, so I contacted my sales agent, and he had a tow truck come and get me, and they took the car, replaced the tire and everything. They didn't make me pay for anything, which is great. So I was without my new car for about a week. So here I marked that I missed the show with a crying thing. And then I also had my first ultrasound that morning, and we were able to see our tiny little baby. Oh, I think I have it. Let me show you. So there he is, all small. Yeah, that's all that really happened this weekend. Just a lot of watching TV and sleeping. Okay, this week I used this kit from Planet Fancy. I was obsessed with this cat box up here, so I had to get it. I think it's called Sweater Weather. And I did a mixed metal foil with silver and the gold. And that's from Scribble Prints Co. So this week, just some more reading. I think I decided that I wanted to finish my book this month. So I was just reading a lot and sleeping a lot. I went to the dentist. I remember being so nervous for this appointment because I have like anxiety when I go to the dentist, just because I feel like I can't breathe with them being in my mouth, and I was just so nauseous that I was like, I didn't think that I could make it through my appointment without vomiting, but I did. It was good. And then that night we went to Kansas City and we went to see Panic at the Disco, and we had pit tickets, and it was great. And they just announced a couple days ago that they're going to be breaking up the band, which is, you know, really really sad. So I'm grateful that I was able to splurge on tickets to see them on their last tour. We had bagels at work. Thursday I picked up my car. They gave me a loaner car during this time, and I did not like it. It was a Honda CR-V, which is the other car I was considering when I was car shopping, and I didn't like it, and it was like doing weird things, and I thought the tire was gonna blow again, so I just didn't drive it. So I was glad to give it back and then pick up my car. And I'm obsessed with my car. It's a Mazda CX-5, and I absolutely love it, so I'm very happy with it. So yes, Great British Bake Off started their new season. Not too much happened this weekend. We went to go see Top Gun Maverick. My boss was like raving about this movie, and then my husband wanted to see it, so I agreed. And it was actually a really good time. I would say it was probably, I think I said it was the best movie I saw this year in theaters. And it's nominated for an Oscar for Best Picture, which I thought was pretty surprising because it's like such an action movie, and I feel like those don't get nominated as much. For this week, I used this kit from Glam Planner. I did the washi sidebar because I didn't have enough full boxes to put over here. And I paired it with copper foil. Oh, I think this was a foil bundle from Crest Press, and that's why it all matches. And I used this kit this week because of how orange it is, and this was the first day of fall on this day, so I wanted to have like a traditional orange kit. I think I also have this artwork from Scribble Prints Co., but in the other colorway, because I think it's so pretty. I just love fall, and I love how orange this is, and I love this white house with the orange shutters. So this week, I think I was just napping a lot. Ghost World was a movie we watched. It wasn't that good. It was like an older movie and I didn't like it. We had the Bachelorette finale. We went shopping for Halloween decorations. I had a blood test done. Not sure. Oh, I had the blood test done because it's like some sort of genetic test that also tells you the baby's sex earlier than like just waiting for the ultrasound. So I did that. I was watching the Dahmer show. I really like Evan Peters, so I enjoyed the show, but it was definitely hard to watch. I slept till 3:30 on both these days, so I must not have been feeling well. And yeah. And then the last spread that I'll be showing in this video is this one. I wanted to get my Halloween kits started early, and I consider this a little bit Halloween-y because it's like a Halloween tradition to watch this movie. And so this kit is from Caress Press, and this foil is from Planner Choco, I think. And then some of this I had left over as well from Moonlight Paper Co. So I think I decided to color block this week because I thought the black was too heavy, so I wanted to enjoy these pinks and reds. So I color blocked this week, as I said, and I tried to match my icons as well, and I think it came out pretty good. I finally finished Storm of Swords this week, so that's exciting. Took a nap. I watched the movie Bodies, 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 which was pretty funny. Oh, I went to work and I was gonna have a sandwich that I had left over. It turns out I had left my sandwich in the freezer, so I wasn't able to eat it. And then I started reading Every Summer After, which I say is a 5-star read. I absolutely loved it. We went to Texas Roadhouse and went shopping for Halloween decorations. Our wedding anniversary is on Halloween, so it's a big deal for us to like decorate, and we wanted to go all out now that we live in the subdivision. We know where kids are more likely to visit. This day, I had this food truck. I had tacos from a food truck at work, and they were delicious, but they made me so sick that I don't think I can ever eat them again. And then I was binging The Good Doctor, which I think a new episode just came out a couple days ago, so I need to go watch that. I watched 47 Meters Down and The Hating Game. I think I just wasn't feeling good. Yeah, I feel like shit. So I was just watching whatever on TV. Oh, this weekend. Okay, so I marked that I was sick here. I was sick here, 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 and then sick here. So this was the weekend where I couldn't eat anything and I was throwing up after everything, even like after a sip of water. So I ended up getting dehydrated and going to the emergency room. But that's it for this video. So you'll have to come back and hear the story about that next week, and hear the story about that in next video. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.